Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of RNS. I'm with KWEKU'S. What are you telling me, bro?
I'm chilling. I'm a little bit under the weather still. I was under the weather last week. I've still got the
itis,
the lurgies, bro.
And we're doing the podcast. But yeah, man, we were talking, obviously, this is the back of Man United. I'm a Man United fan for people that don't know, but Man United are out of the FA Cup.
Shock.
And yeah, shock, who cares? We're rubbish. We're 15th, so who actually cares? But what we were talking about is that Andre Onana, we were talking about, he's been in and out the team, not in and out the team recently, but there's been a narrative about him. I've heard it on Talk of the Devils, which is the Athletics podcast. I'm thinking, are we gonna have to replace him with the performances we're putting up? I think the mistake against Leicester, the not so good performance against Fulham now that we're out of the FA Cup, and you mentioned it, and another friend of mine mentioned it too. Like, are we looking to move from Onana? Firstly, what's your view on Andre Onana?
It's hard to gauge or hard to like. With Man United, anybody that you sign turns to ass. Yeah. So it's hard to gauge. When he was at Inter Milan, obviously, we remember the Champions League final, remember the run in the Champions League, he was a top goalkeeper. But I don't know. As soon as
you enter the building of
Man United, and I don't know if that's going to change going forward. I think that he's just a player that is succumbed to the chaos that is Manchester United, and as a result of that, there's a microscope on his performances. I don't think he played well against Fulham. If you watch 120 minutes, like, granted, if you watch the highlights compilation, you won't see a no-nana mistake, but every time he got on the ball, he dwelled on it, he invited pressure, he got the fans antsy as well, and I think ever since he's come to Manchester United, he's been a disappointment, considering what he was supposed to be.
Yeah, I guess so, because I feel like the narrative was, or the context when we signed Onana was, we were getting rid of David De Gea, and that's when, like, majority of fans wanted to get rid of David De Gea at the time. You still had people that was like servants of the club, whatever, but you had people like me who were completely finished with the guy. And so we wanted a new keeper. We all saw that, as you said, that run into the Champions League final, and we're thinking, okay, we're getting a good keeper. Then he single-handedly got us out the Champions League. And then after that, he was okay, because we didn't really talk about him. And I feel like when people don't talk about you, that means you're doing something right?
As a goalkeeper, yeah.
As a goalkeeper, exactly. We don't want to be talking about, you don't talk about the best goalkeepers. They're just doing their job and keeping quiet. And so it wasn't until this season, like even at the start of the season, he was, well, I think he won our Player of the Month in September.
Don't mean nothing.
It don't mean nothing because we're rubbish. But what I'm saying is that, like, he was the person, like, you haven't done anything wrong, so you can have it, right?
But I think that overall his time at Manchester United, he's been poor.
Exactly. So I'm just giving you, like, the context of, because we didn't speak about him then, he was doing all right. Everyone was like, okay, Onana's just keeping quiet, which is good. We're not talking about him, it's good. And then the mistake at Nottingham Forest, which was in December, I think it was. That's when we started to be like, this thing that you done again.
Yeah.
That you single-handed, so you're doing this. And then recently now against Leicester and Fulham, and then now the fact that we're 15th and conceding goals and conceding set pieces, you're now just, it's all come together, and the PR isn't great at the moment. So personally, as a Man United fan, I think we do need to move on. I don't think we'll move on next season. I feel like we have other pressing issues, and I feel like maybe I still, as a black person, I want him to do well. So maybe I'm like, if we have a better team, a solid team around him, no. Listen, the only thing I'm thinking of is because I saw him in a good team at Inter Milan. I think if Man United field a good team, he'll be okay. And you can say no or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm just going off that, right? And whether you like it or not,
you don't need to be convinced by goalkeepers. Like, if you look at
but no one at Man United looks better than when they come to Man United. And I don't think, like, within that run-in, he just comes to Man United and just...
Yeah, but you're predicating on Manchester United doing good business, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, okay, but that's another story for another time.
And with goalkeepers, you don't need to be convinced by them. Like, all the best goalkeepers in Premier League history, they come in first season, they're great. You don't have to be like,
That's not true, because De Gea was the best... Like, I look at David De Gea's career as, like, I was going to call it a really bad sandwich. So, like, bad at the start, really good in the middle, bad at the end, right?
Yeah.
That was, like, kind of his career, right? It's like the opposite of a sandwich. So he was bad at the start, but then became, like, the best keeper in the league, and if not the world, for a good 3-4 years. So that can happen.
I would disagree. I look at...
No, but it's happened, though. Well, like, I agree. More time, the good keepers, they just come in, they don't, like, we're not talking about them. Like Alisson, he made a couple of mistakes here and there, and people used to talk about it, but ever since, like, really true, we don't.
First season comes in amazing. Petr Cech comes in first season, 15 goals.
I'm
Van der Sar, first season Manchester United, is amazing. Like, it hits a 3-peat in his first 3 years, one of the best keepers in the league.
All with good teams in front of him, though.
Yeah, cool, but the thing is, Manchester United aren't going to be good. This is where the difference is. You say, if we go do this, if we do that, I don't think Man United are doing any of that. I don't think you're going in a direction where you're going to surround them with good players. There's too much business to do. There's too much baggage that comes with Manchester United. I think he's going to be playing behind a shaky back three for the foreseeable. And as a result of that, and as a result of his poor performances, as a result of Man United being a mess, I don't think there's any salvaging the situation.
Okay, so you think that Andre Onana we should get rid of Andre Onana because like we're not going to get a good team and we will replace him with someone that's not going to be good?
No, I think that Manchester United have got bigger problems than Andre Onana. I just think he's just part of the issues of Manchester United. I think that you've got 5 or 6 other positions that you need to prioritise in terms of improving, but Onana's not good enough for a team that wants to finish in the top 4. And like, bear in mind, my team is challenging for a top 4 and we've got a terrible goalkeeper, and he is a shocking goalkeeper. I saw it from minute 1 as soon as he came in, he's poor.
Do you think that's just the same with Andre Onana?
What, that?
Like the way you look at, I'm guessing you're talking about Robert Sanchez, right?
Yeah.
The way you're talking about Robert Sanchez, do you see that with Andre Onana? Like, you're just not good enough?
Yeah.
Okay, no, cool. I personally don't. I don't think he's great, and this is me not advocating for him. But I just feel like, you know what? I saw you in a good team. I saw you like where you wanted to be, and I just don't think like it's just plummeted because you come to. I know you've plummeted a bit because you come to United, and that happens to everyone that joins that institution, and that's something we need to fix. But I just feel like you plummeted to a level where I feel like if we sort out the other places, it won't look as bad. And then once it looks as bad, we can get rid of him. So like I don't think we will sign anyone in the summer.
Yeah,
and like to him to replace him. But I feel like once we've sorted those things, we'll then be looking to replace him. Like, that's just me being honest. But I think it brings a wild scale of thing because obviously as a Man United fan, when Man United lose, people tend to text me and be like, and as if it's my fault. But like, we spoke this morning and you were talking about Andre Onana, and then one of my other boys was saying about Andre Onana. So I was like, okay, this is becoming a thing now. And I was like, like, you know, his stock is in the mud, and you know, it made me think of black goalkeepers. Right now, like, as a black person, I want him to do well. I want all black people to do well. So like, black keepers the stock is low at the moment. So I was gonna ask you, because like, if you look at every other position in football, I feel like you could probably name a black person in like the top 3 or top 5 in a position, but not necessarily goalkeepers.
Yeah,
that's the one position in football that I wouldn't say there's a black person in the top 3 or top 5 in, even top 10, 15, 20, keep going. And that's the issue, right? And that happens in sports because we watch the NFL and it's like the cornerback issue. We've got the, not issue, but the cornerback position. Cooper DeJean and Riley Moss have broken that barrier this year, and it's a surprise, and we can talk about it. But with...
different situation.
In what sense?
In the sense that, like, the reason why you don't get that many white receivers or you don't get that many white cornerbacks is because of a limitation when it comes to athleticism. Black people are just, let's be honest, just more athletic than white people generally. There is nothing that a white goalkeeper can do that a black goalkeeper can't. Whereas there's something that black corners can do that white corners can't. So it's a different situation.
Yeah, so you're right in that sense. It's a different situation. But I wanted to ask, like, what do you think the reason is, or do you think there are reasons that black people don't really excel in that position?
I don't think there. I'll ask you. I don't think there is a reason. I've seen a good black goalkeeper at my football club in terms of Edouard Mendy. Like he won the Champions League. He won AFCON. He won Keeper of the Year, UEFA Keeper of the Year. He was very good at my football club. So I don't think there's a particular reason for it. I just think it is what it is. Why? What do you think the reason is?
I just think, like, I think there's a multitude of reasons. I feel like it can be from young. I feel like, as you said, that in general, like, sometimes black people are more athletic and we got that P&P, right? So I feel like in football, in a game where football's about P&P, especially in the Premier League as well, you want that further up the pitch. I think there's a factor too. I feel like as a young person or someone growing up in football, like, with that athleticism kind of thing, you tend to be put in positions because of your athleticism. And I don't think I can't talk for academies and stuff like that, but I feel like I don't think black people would be put in the goalkeeper as much as they would be if he's fast. You're not going to stick him down the wing, innit? Do you know what I mean? Remember that thing?
Yeah.
Remember that thing? He's fast, stick him down the wing, or he's black, stick him down the wing. But I don't think that happens with the goalkeeper.
But there's not a limit of black people, do you know what I mean? It's not like there's a finite amount of black people.
Exactly.
So you can put black people on the wing and in goal.
Exactly my point. So it comes to the fact that why haven't we not seen? Because I don't get twisted. I can name you like some good black keepers, like obviously Spectre, Dida if he identifies as black.
Yeah,
you always got us with them Brazilians. Vincent Enyama, but as we call him, Skepta, was a good keeper around Europe and Lille's top one for how long? David James, obviously England's keeper was black, so we've had.
He wasn't a very good keeper.
Yeah, I know he wasn't, but he was England's number one for a bit.
And neither was the young people. Like Dida was a good keeper.
Yeah, exactly. But this is what I think. Dida, David James, and Yema, Edouard Mendy, Andre Onana, he was UEFA keeper of the season. If you want to do it like that as well. Mike Magnon. Like we've had some, but it's not where it should be.
Yeah.
Right. Like we can be honest. It's not where it should be. So like, is it an underbelly thing? Like what do you think the reason is? Or if you don't think there's just a reason, you just think it just is what it is.
It's just what it is. It is what it is. It's just that like there are footballers that play in certain positions, the footballers that don't play in certain positions. I think the goalkeeper thing is we'll eventually get a world-class black goalkeeper who's like considered one of the greatest of all time. Which haven't got one yet. And like I don't think there's a particular reason for it. I don't think there's like black people, because what's your point of view on it? You think that black people don't want to play in goal?
I don't want to say don't want to play in goal because I can't talk for every black person, but I think it might be a position where we're just like, it's not as streamlined as it is for other positions. I feel like
why?
Like I feel like if you get a tall black kid, and I can't speak for academies in England or across the world, I feel like if you get a tall black kid who's quite good at football, because to be in academies, you have to be good at football. I feel like you would rather put him in up front, centre back, rather than in goal. Like, don't get twisted, black kids grow up to be keepers because we've had so many black keepers. But I feel like you want to use that athleticism further up the pitch, and that could be a factor.
So do you think that will change?
I definitely think it will change over time, 100%, because more kids, like as we see now, like if a kid's watching Mike Magnon, who's France's number one, we had Steve Mandanda, who was never really France's number one, but was always amongst the French squad. If you see it, like you'll probably get some black kids that'll be like, I want to be a keeper when I'm older, right?
Yeah.
But so like it can definitely change, but I just don't think like it's been streamlined like that in academies and stuff like that.
But then how does it change? It's changed from
visibility. Visibility, I think, is an easy thing. Like if Onana was good, we'll be like, I want to be Onana when I grow up. Or Mike Magnon, who is good, we can be like, he's France's number one. I want to be that when I grow up. Or like, visibility is the thing that will help it in the long term. So I definitely think it can. But I just thought, you know what, like, because black keepers stocks are low at the moment.
See, I don't think black keepers stocks are low. I think that Onana stocks are low, and everything to do with Man United stocks are low.
Yeah, but AC Milan are not doing well as well.
Yeah, cool.
They lost to Lazio in the last minute.
But are we saying that I don't watch enough Serie A to say, is Mike Magnon the reason for that?
No, he's not.
He's probably one player that...
And to be fair, one of the best keepers in Serie A this season is a black keeper, Zion Suzuki, who plays for Parma. He's doing really well this season. So he's black. I just
think the stocks are low of Manchester United players.
Yes, 100%.
I don't think the stocks are low of black goalkeepers.
No, it's not.
Because I feel like...
But I thought is it not... I want to keep saying it's an underbelly thing because it's just my favourite thing. But like, is there a wider issue here? Just because there's not that many. It's just not. It's not that many. Is Robert Sanchez black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not very good. He's not very good. I don't think there's a wider issue. I just think that it's one of these things that's just a thing. It's just like, and we'll see where you look at the goalkeeper position right now. You're asking your goalkeepers to make your most high-risk passes right now. You're asking your goalkeepers to touch the ball way more than you're asking your strikers to touch the ball. Goalkeepers have the ball at their feet way more than a lot of the other players. And so I feel like it's just a position that will evolve, and ordinarily if
that's the case, then we might see more black goalkeepers, right?
I think so. Or maybe we don't. Maybe just one.
Do you not feel like Andre Onana? I think. I
just don't think it's a colour thing. No,
I'm not saying it's colour. I'm not saying it's a colour thing.
Yeah.
Do you not think Andre Onana is a good footballer that plays in goal rather than a good goalkeeper?
I don't think he's good.
You don't think he's good? Like,
I don't think he's good.
I think he's good.
Nah. Like, I don't know. I don't.
Like, is that because he's Man United now, or you just thought his whole career he just hasn't been good?
No, at Inter Milan he was decent, and then you look, but
and then you go to Man United and you get the stink right, and now you're right.
And also, like, you look at the league, like I'm seeing Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Christian Pulisic going ball out in Serie A. It's a completely different level of competition.
So
and
Serie A attacks, cool.
Yeah, Serie A attacks for sure. Like, I'm seeing half of the Chelsea squad that won us.
But as the Champions League though, like his best performance was in the Champions League.
Yeah, cool. I get it because you get like little snapshots, but week in, week out, the league is of a lesser quality.
Yeah.
Is of a lesser quality. And so I feel like there's an element of, he was brilliant in Serie A. I don't think that necessarily translates to the Premier League. I think that we have to base it on what they did in the Premier League, and based on his performances in the Premier League over the last 2 seasons, he's been ass.
I hear it. I totally hear it. Well, I was going to say speaking of ass, but that's the worst way to...
What are you going to say?
No one's ass, because we're talking about basketball next, and I'm not talking about anyone's ass. But you know what? I'm going to talk about your ass, because I told your ass
about
that Luka Doncic and Lakers now...
What did you tell me? Okay, let's before you go, and you can't renege on this. I asked you the question, and we can get this documented because it wasn't documented. I said, Tony, okay, cool. Now that the Lakers have got Luka Doncic, like, if they played OKC in the playoffs, who you picking? And you said you're picking the Lakers. Are you sticking with that?
Yeah, 100%. And right now, and that was because of, and I said that because of playoff experience and all that. But now what I'm seeing with now Luka added to the Lakers and what they're showing me right now, OKC, KFC, UFC, Lakers in 5, bro.
No.
Lakers and bro. Well, no, but we're because this was before Luka came. And now I'm seeing them, I'm watching them, and they're now second in the West, only below OKC, right?
Yeah.
And so they're doing well. And if I'm going to trust LeBron, because what LeBron has done, if people are not watching the Lakers, he kind of adjusted his game. It's like Luka's trash on D, let's be real. So he's now had to, at the age of 40, by the way, has now had to put in way more energy defensively, which he's doing, and like rebound the ball more and not be the primary ball handler. And he's doing it. And now the Lakers, it's become a winning formula for the Lakers.
Okay, so
they keep doing this going into the playoffs now. It's now March. They've got 2 months to get into this.
So based on everything you told me there, they beat OKC in the playoffs. So who beats the Lakers in the Western Conference?
Don't get twisted. I don't think the Western Conference final. I don't think OKC are going to win the West. I think OKC are the best team in the West, but I just still feel like they're still young.
So who beats the Lakers?
I think, bro, even though the Lakers beat Denver the other day, I still think like in a Game 7 series, I won't be surprised if Denver.
So you pick Denver to beat Lakers?
No, I can't pick anyone just yet because the West is so like, and we've only just started March, so I can't like determine because rotations are starting to get smaller.
But you can determine the Lakers will beat OKC
because of playoff experience.
Okay.
Because OKC are a better team, but they're a young team.
Yeah.
And if it's a healthy OKC, maybe it might be different because you got people like Aaron Wiggins who can just come off the bench and give you 40 on a random night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if Chet's fit, Luguentz-Dort, Hartenstein, like they've got a good team and a good rotation. So I still think OKC are a better team than the Lakers right now.
Yeah.
But with the Lakers' playoff experience and when you have LeBron James in the playoffs, it's just dumb to not bet against him. With now Luka Doncic, I think that could go to a series. And if the way the Lakers win, I'm not going to be like, whoa, I did not see that coming.
I will be.
That's you though. I will. You hate LeBron.
Nah, bro. LeBron is my favorite player in the league. Like that's the thing.
It's not hard. Name me your other players. It's going to be
LeBron is like my favorite player in the league. The problem though, the issue that we have with LeBron James is that when you try and say that he's a GOAT, I'm just like, yeah, he's just not.
I just said right now I will pick the Lakers.
Yeah, and as you should, because if this is the GOAT in your opinion, and they've just acquired a top 3 player in the league, they should be making it.
Yeah, and right now they're showing us they've done the right thing. So let's just
see. So this is what should happen.
Yeah,
this is what
and right now it's happening, which is good. It's good. It's good
and that's why I just want to temper the expectation of LeBron James fans because this is what always happens, right? It's like
you'll never stop me glazing my king black.
Oh Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ! I
don't even care. It's LeBron, bro. It's LeBron. Yeah, that's the only person you're allowed to glaze.
Yeah, I've seen people get excited over the Lakers over the last 2 or 3 years when they get to the playoffs and then they play against a good team and they go out.
Yeah, but can you blame people for getting excited where they've just added a top 3 player?
Of course not. Luka Doncic is amazing, and I think
he's not even. This is not even the best side of Luka. Like you can still tell that he's not really played a lot of. He's not done a lot of cardio. Even though when does Luka ever do cardio? I'm not saying he's fat, but you know what I mean. Like his jump shot's still not there yet. Like he's not giving you 30, 40s yet. And normally Luka can give you 30, 40 whenever he wants to. Like he hasn't played basketball for a long time, so he's still trying to find his shot. So once he does, by the time in the playoffs there, and he can give you 30, 40 on a night, and you're going up against that, like that's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, of course. Luka Doncic made it to the NBA Finals last year.
And now you're giving him LeBron James who can just adjust to wherever you need to.
Yeah, and so for the people that think LeBron James is the GOAT, if you're the GOAT and you're that guy, and
go win a title.
Go win a title. And that's what I don't want. I don't want there to then be a case of he loses against a subpar team in the West. Is like, yeah, but he's 40 years old. It's Luca's first season.
I'm not going to say that.
Because you man are telling me right now.
No, but you know I won't say that.
Okay, cool. So there's no excuses, right?
No, he's added Luka Doncic. Go win a title. Go show us that you're the best team. Okay. And right now,
and if he doesn't win a title, then what?
Then that's just life. We move on.
There's no dent to LeBron James' legacy if he doesn't win a title.
It depends how much you want to dent it. Like, what do you want me to say? Like,
if LeBron James goes out,
like, if he doesn't win a title, I'll live, I promise. But like, how do you want me to dent his legacy?
Because I always feel like with this legacy chat, there's always potential for people to improve it, but there's never a potential for people to.
No, I think there's people. We should do a topic on that. Actually, there's people that have ruined their legacy by playing on. I think. I want to say Shaq ruined his legacy, but I feel like Shaq, the Rainbow Shaq, that didn't help his legacy.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers right now is not helping his legacy.
Yeah.
I think Brett Favre at the Vikings didn't help his legacy. Sometimes people don't even remember that Brett Favre played for the Vikings.
Yeah.
But like, there's times where you got a Casemiro right now not helping his legacy. Do you see what I mean? So like, but I don't think a loss to, it depends how he loses. If he gets bounced out in the first round, by all means, I'm not stupid. That dents his legacy. Because one, he never used to get bounced out in the first round. Two, now you've added Luka Doncic, you get bounced out. So don't get twisted. He gets bounced out in the first round. That dents his legacy.
Okay, because I just don't want to hear the 40-year-old thing.
No, of course not. That would dent his legacy. Come on, I'm a reasonable ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, if he loses in the first round with Luka Doncic and all this stuff, I don't care if you're 40. That's on your legacy, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm not like,
because it has to be. And the thing is, again,
I don't glaze my king that much where I won't use my eyes and be like, come on, man. Like, and be like, oh, he's 40. I know him.
Where were your eyes in 2011?
How many times have I said Jordan doesn't lose? I know I'm not stupid. Jordan doesn't lose to the Mavs. I don't care if Jordan had the exact against Dirk Nowitzki was moving crazy and Jason Terry or whatever. I know for a fact Jordan does not lose in 2011. Man. But I know for a fact Jordan doesn't win in 2016. So you can go both ways.
You know for a fact Jordan doesn't win in 2016?
Jordan doesn't win in 2016. Oh, no way. No way. He
fair
doesn't.
enough.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Fair enough.
He doesn't.
Fair enough.
Jordan doesn't win in 2016.
I think he does.
No, he doesn't. Jordan's not making Iguodala blocked by James. Jordan ain't doing that.
The game would be done by then. Bro, it's not going to game 7. Brother, it wouldn't
what?
Be...
So it's not going to game 7 against the best team.
It wouldn't go to game 7.
Against the best team that was better than Jordan's Bulls. It's not going to game 7. The 73-9 Golden State Warriors.
No, they weren't, unfortunately, because like the OKC team that were kind of mid that season should have beaten them,
and they didn't. And so if they didn't lose that game, everyone would have said 73-9. I know they lost game 7. No, exactly my point. Exactly my point. So the fact that,
but the same way we say, but OKC they didn't. But they didn't win, so they lost. They lost against LeBron James. So
but that's my point.
So they're not a great team of all time. Not better than Jordan's.
I'm not Bulls. Okay. So cool. They're not better than Jordan's 72 and 10 Bulls, but I still don't think Jordan beats them.
I think he does.
No, I don't know.
I think the second three-peat Jordan beats them. I think the Jordan with Rodman and Pippen beats them.
No,
I think they do, and I think it's.
That man only beat.
I don't think he's. I don't even think it's that close.
Call him something crazy.
I don't think it's that close. I think that. Again,
what would you say? So the 96, 7, 8 Bulls? What year are we going for? 98?
No, I'm not going to go 98. Probably go 97.
Okay, so 97 Bulls beat the 16 Warriors. In how many games?
Yeah. It's done in 6. That's Jordan. That's Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's Michael Jordan. And we can, bro, I don't even like saying it because I like to say that I've witnessed greatness, bro. I like to watch sports, right? And so everything I'm going off of Jordan, yeah, I vaguely remember like Jordan highlights from the Wizards.
Damn.
Vaguely. But like, I want to say that I witnessed the greatness, but unfortunately our generation rushes call people the GOAT. Bro, what we did, and this is where I reassessed it, what we did to call Drake the GOAT is absolutely insane, because those are the conversations that people were having before, saying Drake was the GOAT, because we are living in that era. People are living in LeBron James's era, so he's the GOAT to them. But he's just objectively not, if you look at the pantheon of basketball greats. But every metric that we use to measure greatness, Michael Jordan's greater. Whether it's titles, finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, scoring titles, defensive player of the years, anything that you used to measure greatness.
Them defensive player of the years, you
take it away. Okay, take it away then. Every other metric that you used to measure greatness, like Michael Jordan's better. And you tell me, oh, LeBron James's cumulative stats. Yeah, that's here, nigga, damn. That's lifetime achievement awards. That's not peak performance. I'm the greatest. I'm dominating my era, bro. Steph Curry's got the same amount of chips in LeBron James's era. It's like,
yeah, but that's a generational player.
Like,
That's a generational player, though.
Kawhi Leonard's got 2 chips from LeBron James's era. Everybody's eating in LeBron James's era. Everybody ate. Everybody ate. When Michael Jordan was the GOAT.
So what? His prime or his era?
Nobody ate.
His prime or his era?
What?
Because
prime.
So when would you say LeBron? When would you say LeBron's prime? When would you say LeBron's prime is?
I'll say LeBron James's prime was probably from 2000. He became best player in the league in 2007, and his prime probably ended in his last chip at the
Cavs.
At the Cavs.
So 7. No, but then he was averaging like
no. Last chip at the Lakers. That's
okay. 2020. So So we're talking 2007 to 2020. 13-year prime.
Yeah.
So in his 13-year prime, he had 4 chips?
4 chips.
Which is, listen, in comparison to Jordan's prime,
it's not comparable.
No. Jordan's prime was 6 years?
No.
90 to 98, 8 years.
No, Jordan's prime is before that. I'm not one.
Okay, so if Jordan's prime was before that, people ate.
Yeah, bro. I'm not saying Jordan's prime wasn't before that. I'm not one of these people that says that the NBA started in 1991. We burnt the tapes from the 80s. I'm saying that Jordan's prime probably started like prime Jordan was probably 1988 to 1998.
Okay, so that 88 and 8. So people that ate in Jordan's prime: Isaiah Thomas.
Yes.
Magic Johnson.
Yes.
It was 90, so it was pre.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
And that's it. That's it, I guess, because that's it.
That's it. We're talking about Magic Johnson and Zeke. Like we're talking about.
Okay,
we're talking about Magic Johnson, the top 5 player of all time.
Okay, and where would you put Steph Curry? Top 10.
I put Steph Curry 10th. You put him 6th, which was crazy. Ahead of Kobe Bryant. People got him in the comments for that. Steph Curry ahead of Kobe Bryant was crazy.
No, but I gave my reasons. I don't think Steph Curry is a better player than Kobe Bryant. But I said, like, in the pantheon of greats, like, he's the greatest shooter. Kobe was not the best at anything. Steph is the best.
We've had Kawhi eat. We've had Steph eat. In terms of like the greats, we've had bare people eat.
100%.
We've had Giannis eat. We've had people eat.
Giannis didn't win between 2020.
He won 2021.
After LeBron.
Okay, so we'll take that one out. We'll take that one out.
All right, listen.
I don't know how it always gets to Jordan and LeBron.
Because you hate LeBron. I was just saying. I just said LeBron's not gonna. He's not gonna like get a bounce out the first round because I think the Lakers are doing well. But now you're telling me about final defensive.
No, I'm just trying to defend my position because I
saw something about Jordan's defensive player of the year the other day.
Yeah, because you're looking that stuff up.
He played.
You're looking
no. Wallahi, it came on my TL.
Bro, you're looking at stuff up. You tell every week I get to work. You're telling me a new thing about Jordan defensive player of the year. I don't care. I don't care. We weren't watching the ball. We weren't watching ball. I can only go by the hardware, bro. I can only go by the hardware.
Okay.
Because let me
find it.
If we're really going, bro, like they gave.
Because I wasn't looking stuff up, but it actually came on my TL.
And don't get twisted, bro. This is always like Zach. You must be getting done with this. There's always a Jordan and LeBron debate because, like, don't get it twisted. I have seen people get Finals MVP for holding LeBron James to 30 points. I've seen Iguodala, Kawhi Leonard.
Doesn't that show how great LeBron James is?
Yeah, brother, he's the second greatest player of all time. Yeah. He's amazing. He's like the best I have ever seen. He's the best I will ever see. There will be not another person that I'll see better at basketball than LeBron James. I'm telling you that for a fact. But to say that he's better than Michael Jordan, it's just like we're reaching to call somebody the greatest. And we saw it with Drake. We're like, oh, he's the GOAT. Bro, in hindsight, how silly does that look?
Yeah, but we didn't know he was silly. We didn't know about A minor.
Nah, bro,
we didn't know about that.
We did. We actually did. It's the same way that black people say they didn't know about Michael Jackson and R. Kelly.
But that was different. That was different.
Bro, we knew about Drake. We knew about Drake. And your sister even said it to you. We all knew about Drake. We chose to ignore it and call him the GOAT. And in hindsight, after all that stuff's happened, and I don't even want to say what I was about to say.
Yeah, okay. This is why I tried to stop you.
What I'm going to say.
One thing I will.
What was it? Fighting Irish freestyle. Drake had some exposés for LeBron James, and I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that. So let's just say the second greatest player of all time. Shake hands and move on because he ain't the GOAT.
What happens?
Guys, speak loud.
What happens if LeBron doesn't win another title?
Well,
he remains the second greatest player of all time.
Yeah, and in a lot of people's eyes, he will. But for him to be the GOAT, he now has to do more. And hopefully, with this Luka chip, it gets him. Well, not this Luka chip because they're not players haven't even started yet. But hopefully, this helps LeBron. This Luka move helps LeBron's legacy. Yeah. Do you know what? It goes back to one of my favorite tweets where it's like it was something bad about Dennis Schroeder. Like, no, Dennis Schroeder's the worst person to come out of Germany, right?
Yeah.
And bear in mind, like when you think of the worst person to come out of Germany, even though he's not German, you think of and then
Kanye West boy.
yeah, crazy. And then after, someone was like, yeah, but he didn't F with LeBron's legacy. And I was like, hey, you're not wrong. No, he didn't, but he's a horrible person. Anyway,
I hear it, bro.
No, I hear it too. Like
I hear it, like, and I just hate coming across like I hate LeBron. Bro, I root for LeBron. I want the Lakers to win. Like anytime LeBron.
So do you want the Lakers to win the West?
Bro, I don't support a basketball team. We've said this before. I don't support a basketball team. I support players, right?
So who do you think will win the West?
OKC.
Okay.
OKC, because it's like, oh yeah, it's a young team, but Shea's not that young anymore. Shea's 26
No, it's
years
not.
old.
I knew they were going to get bounced out in the second round. I was happy they won that because that was their first playoff win that they've had. But I knew they'd get bounced out. It's the same way when Denver got bounced out in the second round. I was like, unfortunately, the playoffs are so different. Rotations are smaller. It's not the regular season. You got to learn how to win in the playoffs. You can't just be a good regular season team and then go on to win in their first time. The Warriors done it. Like everyone has to learn how to win in the playoffs. So don't get twisted. OKC, they've done that, getting bounced out in the second round, and they could be ready. And don't get twisted. If they win the West this season, I won't be surprised.
But the thing is, I think they win the West, but they lose the finals, and that's their learning. The same way that OKC, Kevin Durant's OKC, won the West but lost the finals against LeBron James. Like that will be their learning. But I look at the team, I look at the rotation. I said they are just miles better than the Lakers. Granted, the Lakers have got higher top talent. If you think about LeBron James and you think about Luka Doncic, but the OKC are just better team.
Yeah, 100%. And I think coming down to it,
and
the playoffs, I'm betting on higher talent right now.
Yeah, fair enough. We had the conversation about face of the league, and I sat back and I thought about it. Right, I want to change my decision.
Go on.
I want to say that it's Shea.
Lock it in. We're locking this in.
I'm locking it in. It's Shea. It's Shea because like. And I get it. We are.
You think Shea's the face?
Yeah. I think Shea will be the future face of the league. I just look at the ability. And I look at the thing about it is that you have to have the dog in you, right? You have to have the want to be great. You have to have the mentality of that I want to be the best player in the league. Like I've heard Ant in recent weeks say the face of the league, like I don't really want it. I've heard Jason Tatum say, why is it not me? Shea's just doing his thing, bro. They ask him about it. He's like, he's on playing basketball. I get it. We're tired of Canadian niggas right now. I get it. We are tired of Canadian niggas. 51st state and all that. Whatever Trump wants to do. But like, when I look at him and I look at his ability and I look at the team that's around him, I look at his teammates' reaction to him, I look at the work that he's putting in. I don't want to say, I'm too old to say the word aura, but he's got it, bro. Okay, he's got it. And I just think that he's a player that when all is said and done in terms of this current generation of players, he'll have the most chips. He'll have the most chips.
No, I don't blame you. I just think because I agree. I think he's going to win the, as I said last video, I think he's going to win the MVP, and I think OKC are the best team, and this is not even a healthy OKC, and they're just gonna, because they're all young and good. I think they're going to continue to do this. But I just think if he was American and we were in this exact situation now, I don't think we'll be having this conversation.
Yeah,
that's my only thing. I think if Shea was American, we wouldn't be asking who's going to be the face of the league. It'll be Shea, and then we'd be like, this is why. Yeah.
No,
that's why I think.
I fully agree. But
they're doing everything in their power. Like right now, he's proving that they might as well just do it. But the fact that we're having this conversation is showing that they don't want to make him the face.
And I fully get that. I think unfortunately, like talent prevails, and unfortunately, if the best player in the league is from
talent
Canada,
prevails, but the team, so the Lakers in 5, bro. Lakers in 5.
I think
UFC,
but
KFC,
you know what's crazy?
OKC.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah. Lakers in 4. Lakers in 4.
I was about to say something crazy.
How crazy are we talking?
LeBron James was LeBron James. Mm-hmm. But if you're saying that the Lakers are playing OKC, I think at any given time, Shea might be the best player on the court. I think Shea might be better than
Luke. Better than Luka.
That's what I was going to say. That was crazy.
That's crazy.
That's what I was going to say was crazy.
Make a finals.
Yeah, that's why I say it's crazy. But like the way that I'm feeling and the way that I'm looking at it,
the aura has got you. Hey, listen, I
bro, like, again, we can all laugh at Nico Harrison. We can all, but there is a reason why a team that is predicated on this superstar, that every jersey they sell is a Luka Doncic 77 jersey, there's a reason why they move off of that. That doesn't happen to the creme de la creme superstars or the superstars. Bro, LeBron James is never getting traded in his life. Mm-hmm. Do you know, he's never getting traded. Like, unless he wants to get traded. We thought Luka Doncic was cut from that same cloth, but clearly he wasn't. There was a team that was willing to move off of him. And so that automatically, it shouldn't do, but it rings alarm bells. If you're that guy, there's no GM in the world that trades you and doesn't get sacked the next day. They traded him and they seem to be pretty happy with the decision. So that's why with the Luka
well,
thing.
AD's injured and he dunked. He's
Yeah.
got a triple double.
I think teams.
Even though it was like 19.
I think teams are looking at it right now, and it's very different, right? This is very different. But where the cap has gone up and the Supermax is so expensive, these billionaire owners are saying, I don't want to be stuck with a Joel Embiid situation where we're paying you because you're that guy and our franchise guy, but you're not fit enough to play for us and play out that contract. And I think they're going to be a little bit more frugal when giving out these contracts. That's the only reason why I think that Luka got traded. I feel like they're looking at his application. They know more than we do internally.
Yeah, of course, man.
And I feel like they're looking at certain things with Luka Doncic and they weren't too sure about. And for that reason, it's made me kind of reassess where I put him as well. That's wrong. That's wrong. I should assess him for his talent and what he does on the court. But I can't help but have that thing in the back of my mind. Is he going to be a player that maximizes his potential, maximizes his ability, like a LeBron James and a Steph Curry? People forget Steph Curry's 37. Like, they're playing into their late 30s. Like, Kevin Durant came off an Achilles injury and is playing into his late 30s at a high level. LeBron James is 40 years old. I'm sorry, I don't see Luka Doncic playing in the NBA past the age of 35. And when we see people who can still be productive past the age of 35, I reckon that could be a problem.
No, I totally agree. Like, there's nothing. But that's
too far.
What, 27?
Yeah, that's too far ahead.
That's a problem I'm going to be looking at 35.
Yeah.
I got 8 years and hopefully I'll still be alive in Jesus' name in 8 years, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. No, I totally agree with you, but you know, Lakers in 4.
No.
Let's
in 4.
No, I'm joking. Lakers in 5. I mean, Lakers in 5 is crazy, but it's just nice to say, bro. It's just me glazing my king. But let's talk about. You have to shake your head, Zach. Like, it's okay. We can glaze LeBron. I don't glaze any other men, but LeBron.
You glaze LeBron.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just a thing now.
He's a loser, though.
You're a loser.
Zach, see how quick he was with the response.
Yeah, bro.
Guy, bro.
Imagine calling LeBron James a loser, bro. Like, that's weird.
Nah,
But what have you done? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done?
Bro,
But-
I once said that to my dad. It was crazy.
Yeah, bro. That's it's not a joke.
insane.
It's insane.
That's insane.
I would have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dash, you better not. Dash, you better not.
Better not. But yeah, I was going to talk about the combine because it's March and I used to like the combine until I realized it's just it's not really like a showcase of talent, it's a showcase of athleticism. And you know, like, it's who can squat this 225 pounds, I think it is, like, thingy all the time. And I've seen QB's stock rise in combines and I've seen QB stocks drop at combines. And obviously Shador didn't take part. I don't think Travis Hunter took part. Travis Hunter didn't take part. I didn't see him. I saw him taking interviews. So they're probably obviously going to do stuff in their pro day. And now I think a lot can happen in a pro day because I remember, for example, Zach Wilson, he'd done that across the body throw during his pro day and that raced stock to him being the number 2 pick and now our 3rd choice quarterback at Denver. So Shador, Travis are going to be at their pro days. Do you think that the combine is just losing its value because it's just a showcase of athleticism rather than actual talent? And do you think, like, players will just want to do this on their pro day so that they can be in control of it?
Yeah, pro days are way more beneficial for the players because they can control the variables. Like, at a combine, you've got hundreds of other players there and you feel like you're just one of many and you're going through the reps and you're going through all the drills to get you to
But
go
it's good
through.
because people are there, so it's good to see. It's the best platform to see.
Yeah, for sure, but like,
everyone will go to your pro day.
But okay, and this might be exposing my NFL fandom, but I obviously care about other positions, but the NFL's a quarterback league, and I don't think you learn anything. If you can pull up the GOAT's combine tape and it looks like that tells me the combine don't mean anything. You pull up Tom Brady's combine tape and that nobody can tell you off the back of watching that tape that's the greatest quarterback of all time. It's all up there. You watch Patrick Mahomes' combine tape.
I think that's in the QB position though.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. QB position. Like, I can understand why Shador's like, nah. Jaden Daniels didn't do it last year, and Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback to come out of that draft. Like, I don't think as a quarterback, like, the teams should be assessing these quarterbacks throughout the year. Halfway through the season, if you know you've got a terrible record, you should be planning for the draft already. And so you should be assessing these quarterbacks. You have scouts at all of their college games. You should be compiling the tape, compiling the data, and know who you want without having to have a combine, which is really for show. It's a TV show.
Yeah,
It's not anything really apart from defensive players. I think you can up your stock if you show that you're a freakish athlete. If you can spot a Micah Parsons or you can spot an Aaron Donald at the combine because they're just showing you something in the sprint dash, then, like, yeah, of course that raises their stock. But for quarterbacks, I don't care.
Sprint dash is killing me. Sprint dash is killing me. I've never heard it called the 40-yard dash.
Is it 40-yard dash?
Yeah.
40-yard sprint dash. My brain ain't working.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think it's a showcase of athleticism rather than.
It's a TV show, bro.
Yeah, no, but it's fun. Like I remember, I forgot who it was, but we were seeing that white guy who ran really fast, and you saw Deion Sanders' reaction. Like, oh, I didn't know he could run. Like, I wasn't gonna say it, but like you see stuff like that. I remember watching Xavier Worthy last year, and we saw him. He got the record, didn't he? He's the fastest. He beat John Ross's record, and we're like, okay. And then when Xavier Worthy went to Chiefs, we're like, I guarantee you, we couldn't name what college Xavier Worthy went to. Actually, no, we could, but
I couldn't.
But that helped his stock, right? And even though he was in the first round and late in the first round, like it helped his stock. So I think it's definitely for athleticism. In regards to the combine, I don't think we need to stop it. I still think, even though it's a TV show, it's a dish, you still want to see who has the first 40-yard. Like I saw a lineman the other day running 4.4, and I was just thinking, every year I've just been watching the combine as a Denver fan. I'm thinking, okay, like we need a tight end. Let me see how he is. Let me do this because we've got our QB now. And again, Bo Nix didn't do the combine. He done his pro day, and that's where we went to find Bo Nix, and Sean Payton spoke about that. So I definitely think.
So the two best quarterbacks out of last year's draft didn't do the combine.
Exactly. So I don't. So and we said we've all seen Mahomes' combine. I think the quarterback position you don't really. I think it's more for Jalen Milrose. Like it's more for people that don't. If you're going in the first round, I don't think you need to do the combine. I think you can do your pro day, show your throws there, control your variables. I feel like it's for people that like. When you get drafted,
we're going to start seeing more of this as well, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Because where these players have got these NIL contracts, they're getting paid. They're pro athletes.
They don't need to
I don't need to jump for you, white man. I don't need to skip, and I don't need to do any of this for you. I'm getting paid. I'm a millionaire. Come to my pro day and see what I can do, and then draft me and pay me millions. I don't need to go and do a bro, my brain's not working. Do a what?
Combine.
A combine. My brain's fried.
Yeah.
I don't need to do a combine. I will invite you to come and see me do what I need to do with my receivers and my guys, and then you can make your assessments there. But I think the combine, like you say, is for players lower down in the draft. It's for players that maybe need to improve their draft stock. But I think you're onto a loser if you're a projected top 10 pick and you go and do the combine. You can only lose from that situation.
Unless you're really good and really talented and really freakishly athletic.
If you're projected top 10 pick, the team's
like.
Would Shador have got anything from going to the combine?
No, of course not. But I think he's a quarterback.
I think like if you're a good receiver, Travis Hunter have got anything from going to the.
I think he could have, but no, because we've already seen it, so he doesn't. I think for some people that want to see his athleticism, because I think he's athletic, but I think his best thing is
the combine.
Pausing before I say this, his ball skills is really good.
The combine.
No, but the combine's helped people like Seattle wideout tool, not DK.
Yeah, DK.
Remember DK's combine?
Yeah,
exactly.
DK.
So it's helped people like that, and DK went in the second.
Yeah.
Still.
I just think the combine.
But maybe the combine didn't help him. Maybe he answered some questions and didn't like it.
Combine's just got an underbelly for me.
Really?
Just like white people looking at predominantly black people running and jumping fast and being like, yeah, we like it. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it.
There's
an underbelly to it. Okay. There's an underbelly to the NFL though. You're getting drafted to this team and you're going to this team.
You're going to Sacramento.
An underbelly to the NFL, but I could chin that. The combine, I'm like, we know you can run fast. We know you can throw. We saw you on TV doing it. I don't need to see you in the gym doing it.
Yeah, that's true. No, but it's just a first-hand look for the.
Yes.
No, I totally get it. Enough about the combine. Before we wrap up quickly.
Yeah.
Debo to Jalen is going to join the NFC Least, and I can't even call it the NFC Least. Like the Super Bowl champions didn't come from that same division.
Yeah.
But and the NFC championship game was from that same division.
Yeah.
So my bad, NFC East. But Jalen Daniels is going to link up with Debo Samuels. Good move considering he went for just a fifth, and that was it. Yeah,
it's a good move. Something's happened there because Debo held out last summer. They paid him. He had a terrible season. But so does like the Niners had a terrible season though. Yeah. It was a bad season overall. He didn't help.
And then he got injured for it, and he came back, and he just was not getting reception.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's something internally that they didn't like there. A fifth is crazy.
Because like
you put him with Jaden Daniels, you got Terry there already. Like they've got an offense.
It's crazy that if I told you at the start of last year that you could get, if we said you could get Deebo Samuel for a 5th round pick, I think majority of teams would have given you their 5th round pick.
What's a 5th round pick, bro? Like,
name me one good 5th round pick. I can give you a 4th, I can give you a 6th, I can give you an undrafted free agent, give you a 7th, I can give you a 2nd, I can give you a 3rd, but 5th?
5th is, like, of course, something's happened there. And fair play to Washington. When you get your QB, you can just start building around him. You know what I mean? Now it's just acquiring pieces. Now you've seen that he can win games in the playoffs. Like, they just landed on gold with Jaden Daniels and just surround him with talent and it's cash money. Like, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm always writing my season off. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, we're in the NFC East. The Eagles aren't going anywhere. The Eagles
are better.
Bro, the Eagles are, I would say, pound for pound, the most stacked team I've ever seen. Because, like, granted, you've got your questions about the quarterback. Not you particularly, but, like, people got questions about the quarterback. He's shown you that he can win in the playoffs. He's got to Super Bowl and he's won another one.
Yep. Like,
people have questions about the coach. It's so dysfunctional. He just won you a Super Bowl. Everybody's coming back on offense and on defense. The offensive line's a joke. Like, they're trying to outlaw the tush push, bro, because they're trying to stop this monster. Like, they are one of the most, I'll probably say that team and the Seattle team are the most stacked teams I've seen in terms of just, like,
2013 Seattle.
That era of Seattle. They're just stacked. And, like, because you fall, the difference with the Seattle team, they hadn't paid their quarterback yet. Like, this Eagles team have paid their quarterback.
Was Seattle's offense that good?
You had beast mode at running back. Like,
yeah, beast mode at running back. Receiver wise, you had Greg Olsen was there at tight end.
No,
that's where Greg Olsen was there.
Nah, Seattle. Nah, he was the Panthers. Carolina.
No, but who was the tight end? White tight end. Not Greg Olsen. You sure?
No, it wasn't.
Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom. Whilst you're checking this, I'm just going to talk more about the Eagles and how stacked they are. But yeah, they're in the division. They're in a division where they're looking at the I was about to call them the Redskins.
My God.
They're looking at the Commanders. And
who are they?
And they're both very, very strong teams in the NFC. Would you be surprised if the winner of the NFC comes out the NFC East again? And so as the Cowboys fan, I'm looking at how dysfunctional our franchise is. I'm looking at how many question marks I've got about Dak Prescott. I'm looking at the fact that they're even entertaining the fact of fucking trading Michael Parsons. We're a moribund franchise, and I don't see it getting
I'm thinking
better.
of Luke Wilson.
Yeah,
Wilson. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
5th round pick. There we go. And that's how we're going to wrap it up.
5th round pick.
Thank you for watching another episode of RNS. You can like and subscribe because, like, we're getting more views, but some of you people are not subscribed. So yeah, if you want to see more content coming out, like and subscribe. Quakey, thank you for joining us. This is good. Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, next Monday.
Yeah, go on. Why not?